Right now I'm going to draw exercise P-320 on page 369 in your text. I'm going to attempt to do this with only two features, an extrude and then an extruded cut. Go up to new, part, okay. I'm going to turn on each of my planes. I'm going to select the front plane and click Extruded Boss Base. Now I'm going to draw with the circle centered. I'm going to draw two circles that represent the eyelet on the side. Dimension both of them. And if you notice, I'm in inches and this part's in millimeters. So 100 millimeters is approximately 4 inches. And then 300 is approximately 6. I'm going to go up here to Tools, Options, Document Properties, switch my units over to millimeters. And I had a good guess on this one. That needs to be 100. And then I got radius and diameter confused. So that one needs to be 150. And actually, I still have radius and diameter confused because this needs to be displayed as a radius. And this one is a diameter. So this one's actually, go ahead and enter 150 again. So now I have that portion of the part. The top edge of my part, I'm going to create a line that goes off, that's tangent to the top of the part here, and a line that comes off the bottom that's tangent as well. Those two are connected by a vertical line. I'll select trim, trim off these two edges. Need to be on power trim. Notice the little gray line that it creates while trimming. So now I've got that portion of the cross section of my part. This edge is going to need to be per the print 450 millimeters out, and then I have an interesting slot that goes through the center here. It is, I'll draw that with a rectangle, and then I'm going to put another one here. If you guys are confused by this, once I trim it out, you'll see what I'm trying to do. Or maybe once I get to the extrude stage. So that represents the slot that I have through the front portion of this extrude. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to dimension this edge off of the right plane. As shown, that's 100 back, so it's actually 100 plus 150, so that's 250. Then down here, this dimension is 50. This one is also 50. This dimension from here down to there is 75. The bottom one is 125. And this edge here is 375 from the right plane. So under 375. And those two maintain their relationship as collinear when I cut them from putting in the rectangle. And the last thing I'm going to do is one last trim. I'm going to get rid of that side of my circle. This part is 225, and I will extrude that. This direction's okay. And now I'm going to start my second feature. I'll select the top plane and do an extruded cut on that plane. If I go up here to my view icons, I can select normal too. And I'm going to cut out 3 different rectangles. So there's a rectangle. There's a rectangle. We have another one here. That one is slightly different. And we have another one here. So those are the rough shape of the cuts that I need for my part. These 2 edges, I'm going to go up here, select Add Relations. I'm going to make these 2 edges collinear. I'm going to put in a dimension for them off of the right plane. That's 150. This edge here needs to be 375 from the right plane. And I'll also add a relation to make those 2 edges collinear. This edge, remember you can also hit Control, so if you select that edge and hit Control with that one, you can make them collinear. And then that's 100 back from this side. And this edge is 125 from that side. So I have those 2 defined. I only have to define these yet. They're both shown off of the front edge. So if I click here and dimension to that one, that will be 75. And click here and dimension to that one, and that is 150. So basically I'm all ready to go. This edge over here is the only one that I haven't constrained. If I go back to normal 2, I should be able to select the outermost edge of that radius. Come up here, add relation, select that edge, make them collinear, and my sketch will be fully defined. So remember, your sketch turns black when it's fully defined. If I take these now, I already selected extrude cut, so click to exit my sketch. That needs to be a through all. Check OK, and there's the part. So that was exercise P320 in your book, using only 2 features.